What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Rest Hold Podcast. This is episode 12, brought to you by your boys, Tanner Fred, and me, Zach Foreman. Tanner, say what's up to the people.
What's going on, everybody? Hope you enjoyed Sunday's Extreme Rules. Draft coming up. Exciting movement in WWE.
Extreme Rules Fallout.
Extreme Rules Fallout. WrestleMania Extreme Rules Backlash.
Road to WrestleMania.
Road to WrestleMania. All right.
It's an endless streak.
It is.
It's just a rotation.
Yeah. Overall, what did you feel about Extreme Rules? Give me a number out of 10.
Well, going off the fact that while we're watching it, I kept saying, this just doesn't feel like a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
This just doesn't feel like a pay-per-view. This just doesn't feel... It felt like weekly television. It actually just felt like the most recent Raw.
Mm-hmm.
That's not to say it was bad.
No, I don't think it was bad.
If I had to give it a rank, probably like a 6.5, a 7.
Yeah, that's probably where I was sitting,
right
too.
around there.
I feel like the last match saved a lot of it.
Yes, and then they almost botched that, too. I mean, they kind of did botch that, too, with the end.
Yeah, I need an explanation for that eventually.
Yeah.
By eventually, I mean Friday.
Yeah, this Friday, before the draft.
Yeah, I need something for that.
Yeah.
But, like, the match itself, I thought was really, really good.
I mean, you had two of the best guys that are currently going at it together.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was definitely a well-put-together match. I guess just real quick, before we get into the pay-per-view itself, we need a little correction because we said Bobby Lashley and Big E was going to be on the pay-per-view.
Apparently that was never announced.
Yeah, so that was on CBS's website for predictions. So we went off that list, apparently incorrectly.
Yeah, that will be the last time we use CBS for anything.
Yeah, CBS. Done. You're fired. But yeah, so that's just a quick correction on our end. But now getting into the pay-per-view, the six-man tag.
I mean, it was all right. It's a pretty good match for a six-man tag.
I don't get why that is even a match.
I don't know. Probably just to get Bob and Big E on TV.
Like, I totally understand that you need your champions on TV, or the pay-per-view at least, right? I get that. But if this was only going to build up to Bobby and Big E, why didn't you just have that get wrapped up on Monday? Like, have them announce that on Monday instead of having a second match to get it to the next Monday, to get it to tomorrow night.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think it was just to get something high profile on television.
Yeah, they are competing against Monday Night Football, so they've been booking Raw really strong. I know that, but I just don't know, man. It felt unnecessary.
Felt very forced.
Yeah, like
very forced.
I don't mind seeing all of those guys wrestle. You got 6 really talented guys, so it's fine. I'm not complaining about the match itself, but just putting that together kind of makes no sense. There was no reason Bobby and AJ Styles and Omos were a tag team.
Yeah,
like, what was the story?
I don't understand why they were connected in any way, but I guess that's just what they thought of last minute.
Yeah, I mean, but for the match, like you said, good stuff. I mean, Omos is big. He fits the bill.
He does. He's
Bobby,
good.
The last 3 times he's been in the ring with Big E, this Monday included, has shown that he's a much better performer, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I think that Bobby is, I don't want to say head and shoulders, but at least head above Big E.
Yeah, he's definitely number 2 right now for me.
Yeah.
Just in terms of how he's doing.
Yeah. But that match was good for what it is. You keep everyone looking strong to build into Monday night.
Monday night had a whole slew of issues, but
we'll get there
a little down the line. Other things, it's crazy because I can't really remember that much from Extreme Rules. It wasn't like very exciting. It was just like pretty solid matches. Nothing like overly exceptional other than the main event. I thought it was really, really good.
Yes.
I
mean, it's just so funny because we're sitting there and we're watching it, and I'm just the show is going on. I'm like, this just doesn't feel like a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
This just doesn't feel like a pay-per-view. I don't know what it's missing. I don't know what's off. Maybe it was the build, but it just doesn't feel like a pay-per-view. And then, they put on some good matches. Like Charlotte and Alexa Bliss was a fine match.
Yeah, it was.
It was a fine match. Yeah. I think that pretty much what we predicted is kind of where they're going. I'm hoping that final breakdown of Alexa Bliss was like the end of the character.
Yeah. Was she on Raw?
She was not.
She was not, right?
Not on Raw. So I'm hoping that maybe that's what they're doing, that Charlotte more or less killed off that character. That was the right result.
Yeah, 100%.
You can't put a belt on a supernatural character.
Nah.
Not with a live audience like this.
Bray did it in different ways.
Well, okay, so the Fiend was a little different, but I'm saying like I guess supernatural is not the right. She's doing like psychic powers. Like that does not work.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, no, definitely.
So I'm happy with that result. I predicted it. I said it wasn't gonna happen, but I predicted it.
Sasha.
Yeah.
I hated it.
I despised it.
I didn't think I was gonna hate it as much as I ended up hating it.
Yes, for a slew of reasons. But you go ahead. You say what you thought first.
This is just like to get the crown jewel card stacked. Like story wise, it didn't really make sense. Kind of. I mean, the story's there. I'm not gonna like the story's not there. Like Becky took my spot at SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
Bianca has my belt that she took. Blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this could have been like an aftermatch thing, maybe. I guess to keep Bianca strong, because then how do you have a triple threat if Becky just beat her? So that part I kind of get.
Could have been a distraction finish, like the music hits and then Becky rolls her up or something.
I mean, I guess. It's just how many times are we going to have Sasha come into a feud,
yeah.
either win, stay around for 3 months, lose and leave, or just lose and leave?
Yep.
Like, at some point, you got to start paying your dues a little bit.
Yeah. So, I mean, we talked about this last time she did this, where she was here and back, which tells you a lot because we're only on 12 episodes. That's 3 months of wrestling.
Yeah. Yep.
That's telling you a lot that she had done this already. But every time that she loses, she leaves. She just has a hissy fit. She's like too big of a self-mark. Like she needs to be on top. And look, I don't know what she's doing for the company behind the scenes. That maybe she can't travel. Maybe she's got other like engagements for WWE. So I don't know that. But it just seems like every time Sasha is not the guy, every time she's not with the belt or competing for the belt, she's not around.
Yeah.
And I like Sasha. I think Sasha's very good. She's a top tier. Maybe she's in the tier with Becky and Bayley. She's right behind Charlotte and Asuka.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's right there. I know some people disagree and say Sasha's the best, and that's fine. She's very good, but you can't.
A little too reckless. For
you just can't keep leaving and coming back, and the promos never change.
No.
She actually does this, and then she just does the same character. It's cyclical. She'll come back, be the heel. I'm the boss, I'm the blueprint, I'm this, I'm that. Whatever new nickname she comes up with this time, she'll get to the top, she'll win, she'll lose, and she'll quit again.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's frustrating to me. I know the show is better when Sasha Banks is on TV. I mean, it's just a fact. But it is frustrating that she keeps doing it.
Yeah, and maybe it has a little bit to do with creative, because like there's really not a whole lot of feuds outside of the belt in the women's division.
That's true.
Other than the only one I can think of is like the tag ones.
Which is
whatever Shayna Baszler's doing now, which is
probably getting built up for the draft.
I think for the draft. I don't know what the end game is there, but probably going to stay on Raw to fight Charlotte because it doesn't make sense for her to go SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
And then Liv, who we'll see if that turns into anything.
Hopefully.
I doubt it because now we already have the next match booked, and then the next pay-per-view is Survivor Series. So
we're looking at TLC, the earliest.
The earliest TLC.
Yeah.
So that will probably not even be. She might not be in the company by then. Who knows with the way they go over there.
Yeah, I mean, God forbid.
And I hate to say throw in another tag team, but then she's just doomed.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the plan is for her.
I mean, she could
put her to Raw.
She could benefit from the draft.
She would definitely benefit from the draft.
Go to Raw.
There's more time over there. They'll actually have hopefully something to do with her. Her and Charlotte have already went before. It was good the first time.
Yep.
Love to see it another time, maybe a little higher stakes.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, we'll see what happens, but I can understand why. At times, she could probably be frustrated not being in a main event picture, but my personal opinion's better way to handle it.
Yeah. And just to what my issues were with the match, one, the interference in general. Mm-hmm. I predicted it just because I felt like it was that time. They needed Sasha, I guess, kind of to bail out Bianca because, like Tanner said earlier, if you're going to lose, you look terrible. Bianca's out of the picture now for good. So I get that. But I also hated how weak they made Becky look.
Yeah.
So weak. And I know you're in a match, you're tired, you get jumped by the person that interferes. I get it. But what is with the weak thumbs up? You're supposed to be the man, you're a heel. Why didn't you just roll out of the ring and leave? Instead you stayed there. It's some things last week we were talking about how great Roman is. Roman lays down, he trusts everybody. They little things about the performance matter. And this is like one of those things that is so stupid to me that you're the heel. Your interference, you win by default because it's a disqualification finish, champion's advantage, and you stay in the ring to get beat up.
This is the same issue I had with
when Bobby got cashed in.
When Bobby got cashed in on, and that's
thing.
like, obviously it's not your fault as a as a person. Like that's what you're told to do.
Yeah.
But like that makes the character look so stupid. They look like they're a moron.
Stupid. Stupid.
I don't understand. Like it's such an easy thing. Like I don't understand why they make them do that. And I get like, oh, yeah, obviously the Biggie cash in, you can't do it otherwise.
Right.
But
and
I don't know. I feel like it's such an easy workaround. Have Biggie's music hit. Mm-hmm. Have Bobby roll out the ring and start to go out like the back entrance, and Biggie jumps him from over there.
Yeah.
And then throws him back in the ring. And there it is.
All is well. Right. Problem solved. And the thing is with Becky, she just came back.
Yeah.
So, like, this wasn't some long-standing feud. We weren't, like, over her as champion already. Like, she's just getting her groundwork. Like, she's just catching her footing as a heel. And this is what they do. It's, like, the dumbest possible thing because you have this person come back that's a megastar. A megastar. Everyone is excited to have her back. It doesn't matter. The crowd's cheering her, heel or not heel. Does not matter. And then she's back for a cup of coffee, and you already have her getting destroyed.
Yeah.
Like, I get it, Sasha Banks, also a megastar, or almost a megastar, of the same caliber, but there's a way to have that done, which we just explained, without having Becky look so terrible.
Yeah.
And I think that was my main issue with her return. Like, the DQ finish, whatever. But having her be on top at the end of that interference is just, like, to me, makes Becky and Bianca look terrible.
You could have her on top of like Bianca, like if she jumps Bianca, whatever. Have like Becky roll out. Have like Sasha go after her and have Becky roll out.
Yeah.
Kind of like you could have even Becky like panic and like fall her way over the ramp kind of thing. Like that works fine.
How many times have we seen a champion run away and flee without even grabbing the title?
Yeah.
Like just do that.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever, doesn't matter. But no, instead you have her stay in there, hold the belt, thumbs up like an idiot, and get destroyed.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
That's the thing that we keep saying. Like, if you want to be a heel, you got to really double down on yourself.
Yes.
And double down on the things that make you a heel. And that's something that doesn't make you a heel. That makes you a moron.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Do you think Sasha Banks, the heel, would have stayed in the ring?
No.
Absolutely
Hell no.
not.
No. That's the thing with Becky too, and I don't know if it's I don't know what it is, or if it's her decision, creative decision, whatever it may be. Like, you got to decide if you want to be a heel or a face.
Yeah.
Like, you're doing a little bit too much of both, and that could be interesting if done correctly. But right now, it's not being done correctly. It's being done like they're indecisive about what they want her to be, and they want her to flip flop depending on the feud.
Yeah.
Because like that was a very face thing to do.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
With Sasha being the heel in that scenario. So if you want to be a heel, you got to be the heel. There's no in between when you're a heel. You're either a heel or you're not a heel.
Yeah.
So.
And that's really, I mean, not to beat a dead horse, but it's just that the finish is the glaring, that's what people remember. Vince says it all the time. Like, people remember the finish. Yeah. So the finish of that match was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad.
It was bad.
And that, another bad finish. Get right into it.
The Fiend?
No.
Not the Fiend, I'm so sorry. The
Demon?
I haven't decided yet if it's a bad finish. I need the rationale first. In its little bubble, it's a bad finish because...
Tell me this isn't Moxley...
It protects Demon, though.
Moxley Omega death match or whatever, like the exploding ring
No,
match.
that was a little different because I don't think the finish of that match was bad. The post of that match was garbage.
Yeah.
The finish was fine. Like, it was a good match.
But that's all you remember.
Oh, no, 100%.
You remember
I have no idea how it finished, but I remember it being pretty decent.
Exactly. You remember the ring exploding.
Yeah. No, I remember
exploding.
Firecrackers.
Exploding.
I remember bottle rockets going off.
Yeah. But and then what do you remember here? You remember the turnbuckle exploding.
That's what I'm saying. If there's the problem is they need a good rationale, and I just don't see there being one, because you have to assign this devious act to some person.
The only way, and this is just me coming up with it on the spot right now. The only way I can write this off and be like, okay, I get it, is Paul Heyman, everybody he's talking to on the phone about the draft was, I'm going to ensure that Roman Reigns retains his championship and goes 1-1 in the draft. And, like, I don't see how you can tie in another superstar. I just see, like, Paul Heyman tampering with the result.
Yeah. I don't know. It depends on the superstar, to be honest. And I don't know. Hope greater minds than me have worked in WWE before and worked their magic.
Absolutely.
So, if I believe in someone back there to come up with something that works. Whether it'll make its way to the TV screen is the issue.
Yeah. Okay, but let me ask you this. Since we're talking about it, this turnbuckle explodes. Someone wrote up to that point.
No, 100%.
You should not get there without having what's next.
I 100% agree. But the issue is that person who wrote up to that point may have a next. That doesn't mean it's make its way to the product.
Okay.
That's my argument.
You're probably right. There's probably somebody back there that probably had I don't want to say great, but probably had a storyline.
Yeah. That at the very least made sense.
And who knows, maybe it's just thrown out now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like...
I just have such a hard time. And, like, again, you said it. Better minds than us, more creative minds than us are back there working for WWE. But I just have such a hard time envisioning any superstar doing that. And like, correct me if I'm wrong, but Finn has no other feuds going on.
That's why, also, not knowing Finn, but knowing who Finn is, I feel like I don't know if I would or believe that he would. I mean, Finn also does what the company tells him to do at the end of the day. Like, he does it.
Yeah, you're still an employee.
And he gets that. I feel like he gets that. But I feel like he at least would have pushed back on something like this unless there was a direction.
This was a phenomenal wrestling match.
It was great.
And this finish, it
might have been Roman's best match so far.
Yeah, and this character for sure.
This character.
But it makes me not want to like even revisit this match because knowing that's the ending.
Yeah.
And look, we both said it. Roman wasn't losing.
No.
And I'm gonna be honest, WWE had me when
I was so in on Finn winning.
When the lights hit, the smoke hit, and he was like doing the C's, like the heartbeat.
Yeah.
They played his music in the match.
During a match.
They were putting him to the moon.
Yeah.
Like, anything it worked. They could have done it, everybody was
That's why I'm thinking there has to be a rationale. They can't just be like, oh, the ring fell. Like, that cannot be the answer. There has to be something more to this because of all that theatrics going on.
People were using that rope all night. People were on that turnbuckle.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
There's just no excuse. Like, if they come out...
No, because you could always be like, I mean, it was sabotaged.
And then that's me saying again, like, okay, Paul Heyman.
Paul's probably the top of the list for something like that.
If you're going to tell me that it's a superstar, it's like insulting because the fans are right there. You know what I mean?
I know what you're saying. That's not what I mean, not like literally that happened. But it could be like, I'm just going to use this as an example. Mm-hmm. Don't be like, this is the person I think it is. It could be something like, his next feud's like Roddy, and it was like Malcolm Bivens did it. Something like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Or it doesn't have to be Paul, but I feel like it can't be a superstar on their own.
Right. It has, it needs to be some devious...
Somebody in cahoots with someone else.
It better be good is all I'm saying.
We'll find out.
It better be good. Like, Friday night,
what's funny is more than better be good, I better have an answer on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
More than if it's bad, it's bad. I'm going to be pissed about it, but I need to know by Friday.
Yeah, because WWE is notorious for this, where they will just ignore it. Yeah. They're just, you know what they're going to do? And, I mean, this is WWE 101. They'll just skip the apron exploding, the turnbuckle exploding, and just show the pin and the highlights.
They could.
In the highlight. They do that all the time.
I can see them doing that.
Where they'll skip the botch or what made people angry and just show the finish.
At the same time, though, I could also show I could, like, picture, like, the freeze frame of Finn, like, falling with, like, the thing half broken with the crack sound in the back, like, with Michael Cole narrating. I could see that, too.
Yeah,
but I'm interested. They have me for right now.
The last 2 weeks, I've been talking about how you can't disrespect the Demon. You gotta protect Finn. Like, you can't do this thing. To be fair, and they did.
They made him look real strong.
Incredibly strong. And I still somehow thought he was gonna lose, which he did.
Here's the thing, and we have to be consistent.
Yeah.
He looked real strong.
Yeah, he did.
He's a loser.
He
lost.
But that's it.
He's a loser.
Your first loss on the main roster was to Roman Reigns.
You lost.
The tribal chief.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how it happened, who happened.
And
you lost.
Sure, next guy up, like, if it's a rematch, okay, then you have to have the rubber match.
Yeah.
But it's not. The next guy up is Brock.
Yeah.
We already have
And then probably Big E.
Yeah, for Survivor Series, they build that again. So, Finn is. They better have something for him.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but they better have something.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
And I have no guesses. Like, the Paul Heyman thing was just something I thought of that might make sense. Because I have zero other ideas.
The only other idea I could think about was, like, somebody from NXT.
And that's, like, a dream. Because I have no clue who they would trust enough to bring up and be like, you're facing Finn Balor.
Maybe Pete?
You're facing the Demon, Finn Balor.
No, it doesn't have to be the Demon.
Well, Pete's caught up now, too. He's in that feud with Von
Vince
Wagner
cares.
and Kyle O'Reilly. Von Wagner.
Vince doesn't care.
Look,
we'll see.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like we're saying everything that everybody else is saying right now. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Other than that, on Extreme Rules, I didn't really have too much. I was perfect. Me.
Yeah.
Not you.
Yeah.
Because you picked Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah.
He almost had him.
He almost had him. But he didn't.
I mean, that match was actually okay.
No, it was all right.
That was okay.
It was good.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, Sheamus is just...
Usos retained.
Did
any titles change?
No.
I don't think so.
Nope.
No, full retentions.
Mm-hmm.
That's really
It
all
didn't
I had.
feel like a pay-per-view. That's
No, it didn't. It really didn't.
My one-line recap is it didn't feel like a pay-per-view.
No.
They had the phenomenal main event, and like I guess that had a big pay-per-view feel, like a big match feel.
Yeah, the pay-per-view, the last match definitely had a big match
but
feel.
that was it. And maybe that's because there were no stipulations. Like, you call it Extreme Rules, but I'm just watching wrestling.
Yeah.
And that's not a problem, but just don't call it Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
Just have an Extreme Rules match, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah. They only had one, so I think it was very useful. But yeah, that's it. Moving on to Raw. Why bring back the Hurt Business? Unless it's a brand switch / call-up type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah. Finger on the pulse here. I just out of nowhere, I was like, you know what they're going to do is they're going to have Bobby Lashley and the Hurt Business like get back together and face off with the New Day. And like, I just threw it out there. I didn't, no basis for that to happen. And then sure enough, in their first match of the night, Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander show up.
Yeah.
I was pumped a little bit. And you know what that meant to me? I was like, oh, for sure Bobby's winning.
Has to.
There's no way they just did this for Bobby to lose again.
Yeah.
And of course the New Day comes out.
Yep.
And
DQ,
of course,
moves to a steel cage, the worst stipulation in the history of WWE, and Bobby loses again.
I don't know what to say, except for Bobby must be going to SmackDown.
Do you think it's just like him and Roman?
I
him
think
and Her Business versus the Bloodline?
That's got to be it. They must have brought those three together to go face the Bloodline.
Here's the problem, and I understand that this is professional wrestling, and people win and people lose.
Mm-hmm.
Roman's gonna fight Big E at Survivor Series.
Mm-hmm.
Because I for sure he's beating Brock.
Yeah.
He's gonna beat Big E at Survivor Series.
Mm-hmm.
How can you then justify to me that Bobby can beat Roman?
I mean,
you know what I mean? Like, I understand that things change and that's kind of the law of the land, but
I think the realistic scenario here is that Roman isn't losing still for any time.
You think
soon.
he just beats Bob too?
I think he's gonna just clear house. Yeah.
Jeez. Maybe. So
look, if we're mapping out the pay-per-views properly, which it seems like we are because WWE is kind of predictable.
Mm-hmm.
The only monkey wrench is if he loses to Brock, which I don't see happening. But if he beats Brock, okay.
He's holding to at least
he's
the end
going
of
to Survivor
December.
Series, which is right through November. He's going to face the Usos and whatever, or he's facing Big E.
Yeah.
And maybe that's how you get Bobby involved, right? So Bobby and the Hurt Business come out, mess up both, Big E, New Day, and the Bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
And that, okay, whatever. DQ, you protect both your champions, and now you got Bobby.
Yeah, sure.
But then you go to TLC, and now you're starting that road to WrestleMania. Right? I know TLC's kind of the end of your wrestling year.
No.
No.
Okay, finish.
So,
I had thought it was a sick
if he
match.
loses to Bobby at TLC, does Roman go and win the Rumble again and piss everybody off?
No, it depends on how he loses.
So, I just don't see him losing.
The Rock?
I guess.
You didn't even have to be there. Maybe just like a...
Yeah. But it's just so weird
interference
because
of some capacity. Influence.
When you're thinking ahead and like this is going way forward, like when you're mapping out the future, it just doesn't seem like Roman has a loss coming up anytime soon.
I think a really cool match would be, and it would never happen, and Roman would never lose it. The Bloodline versus the Hurt Business in a TLC winner take all match. I think that would be insane.
I love it.
It would never
I love
happen.
it.
Yeah, I think that'd be an incredible match.
And then you still protect Roman if you wanted to switch the titles by having one of the Usos lose.
Yeah.
And that's fine. It's fine. It's good. It probably would be good.
You could have, Roman win it back at the Rumble.
Yeah.
And Bobby lose because Brock.
Yeah.
There you go.
But because we know that's not something that's going to happen,
I don't know what's going to happen.
I just don't know if Roman's losing anytime soon. And me personally, I have no problem with that.
I don't have an issue either.
Right now,
the thing is, Roman's looking stronger and stronger.
He's actually getting better
as
the feuds go on.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I have no problem.
That's the thing. We keep saying he's going to have to lose eventually.
But I just don't.
I don't know who beats him yet. Yeah. There's nobody built like that yet, other than maybe Bob.
Other than Bobby, yeah. And
the Fiend was the strongest character he's facing.
The Demon.
The Demon.
Demon.
In probably the entire run. Definitely the entire run. The only one that was close was Cena.
Yeah, and I didn't really think Cena was going to win.
Nah, it didn't make sense for him to win. But
yeah, the Demon I could have seen winning, but that's it.
Yeah. I can't see Brock winning. I just don't see it happening.
No, not with how strong Roman's been and how good SmackDown has been. You would need Brock to be a weekly guy, and he doesn't.
He's not going to do that, no. So, yeah, that can't happen. But I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting.
I mean, overall, though, like we said, Extreme Rules, maybe a 6.5.
6.5, yeah.
Not good.
No, not great. Not great. Average.
Yeah,
pretty okay.
I don't really know what we expected, though.
I think we expected a lot because they've been hitting pretty well with the pay-per-views lately, especially Roman. I mean, Roman, again, was good, but they've been doing pretty well with pay-per-views lately.
And you could tell me that Crown Jewel's a pay-per-view, but,
it's at October, 1 p.m. on a Thursday?
Yeah, October doesn't really have a pay-per-view.
No.
WWE's going to need to do a little bit to survive.
We'll see. We'll see how good Crown Jewel is.
Well, when we have to rewatch it after work.
Oh, no, I'm going to call out.
There you go. Viewing for everybody.
Yeah,
perfect.
It'll be all right. I'll tweet about it.
Yeah, there we go.
But
yeah.
Other than that,
I mean, let us know your thoughts about Extreme Rules.
What do you guys think? Yeah, are we just missing this?
Yeah, are we just being WWE
Is there something
haters?
that we're missing? I don't think so. But
I feel like we were even a little bit nicer about it than most people.
I feel like we really kind of gave it the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
I feel like the matches were pretty good. There just wasn't a lot to be excited about.
Yeah.
Other than that, NXT, another great week. 3 in a row so far.
NXT 2.0 is on fire.
They're really, really good. Yeah, they're real good.
I mean, I like it a lot.
Yeah, me too. I went from this is going to be trash to I really enjoyed this every Tuesday.
And next week, I'm even more fired up. A
Yeah.
little Tony D'Angelo.
Tony
finally.
fucking D. My fault for the curse. I'll bleep that out. But Tony D.
Yeah, Tony D. I'm pumped, man. It's going to be awesome.
We got LA Knight and Odyssey.
That is a long time coming, a.k.a. 2 weeks.
2 weeks
NXT
coming.
2.0.
I feel like they're going to do something with the tag belts at this point. I feel like they have to.
I mean, I know they're putting over all these new guys right now.
Yeah.
But if the grizzled young veterans don't win.
They gotta win, man.
The grizzled young veterans seem to be.
Dude,
if they don't get the titles finally, man, I'm going to lose my mind.
Yeah, I like them a lot.
I've been
really good.
Standing for GYV.
They're so good, and they deserve a title reign.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably the best tag team on NXT.
Probably.
Them and Imperium.
Yeah.
Imperium's been champs, so let's get
GYV some belt. Braun Breaker and Ciampa will be sooner rather than later.
If you want a friend, get a dog.
That was good. That was a good promo. Did you see Seth's tweet?
Yeah, he said.
That's funny.
We could say.
we could say the SH word now.
Yeah.
How exciting!
Look, man. Good. Braun Breaker, he's good.
He is good.
He's
real good.
Everything we've seen so far, the guy has it.
Yeah, he really does.
The video package was phenomenal.
Really, really good. Yeah. And even Ciampa's it's a mad good video package.
I'm excited for that match. They're gonna crush it. They're gonna really get after it.
I enjoyed the Index honeymoon more than I should have or was expecting.
The second part was
very funny with Johnny.
Very funny.
Yeah, Johnny's good, man. Johnny's just good.
I mean, the first one with the shark, whatever, it's kind of funny.
It was more like a
but he's hiding in the closet, and then when he tries to leave, Loomis is awake.
Yeah, just thumbs up.
So good, man.
Good.
It's so funny. Who needs this many? Jeez.
But yeah, no. Other than that,
B-Fab is terrible.
oh man,
That B-Fab is terrible.
she needs a lot of work. Lots
Terrible,
lots of work.
And look,
Electra Lopez is pretty good.
Electra Lopez, good. B-Fab,
Good.
terrible.
Not good.
But look, you're in NXT 2.0 now.
That's why you're there.
It's developmental.
It's okay to not be that good.
I'm sure she'll get it together.
Yeah.
She's with a good group.
Yeah, no, they're all. I mean, I don't like Top Dollar personally, good character,
but
but they're all
he's-
talented
they're all
wrestlers.
talented.
Every single one of them is talented wrestlers. So
She's gonna
definitely be learning fast.
It'll come around because she's surrounded by good talent. I mean, this whole feud, everyone's talented.
Yeah, the entire feud, everyone's good, except her.
Yeah,
Like,
but
good place to be when you're not that good yet.
yeah, absolutely. They need to just have that match ready.
I feel like, what are we waiting for here, huh? I mean, you
I
can't drag this out any longer.
I can't go any more weeks without the title being on the line. Just make it happen. Just
maybe one more. Maybe it needs to be. If you're gonna do one more, it needs to be one more week then title, and then that's it.
And please, like, Legado, lose, go to Raw. Just go to Raw.
You don't want to win.
No, I don't want them on NXT anymore.
It's not a whole lot left for them after this, especially as a group.
No, because if he wins, you're in a stable of 4 people. Like, you've kind of transitioned through everything. You know what I mean? He was champion. He was cruiserweight champion, then lost that, and then he goes into this feud, loses to Bronson Reed. You know, rest in peace, Bronson Reed. You're out of here. But then now he's feuding, and it was 4 versus 3. They get Elektra. You got 4 versus 4. If you lose now,
it's kind of it.
It's kind of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Santos can't lose again.
Yeah.
Santos has lost every one of his last 4 feuds.
Yeah, that's true.
Because before that he was getting beat up by Cross.
Yeah, he was getting beat up by Cross.
So,
that's true. Yeah.
Like, it's time for him to move on. He's very talented. I think he's the best wrestler on NXT.
Yeah, I definitely.
I don't even think it's close.
No, he definitely is.
And then, like, he would immediately be one of the best wrestlers on Raw.
Yeah. Yeah, he really would.
He would be a top guy on Raw immediately.
Yeah.
And he has it. You know what I mean? The suit, the accent, the
entrance music,
the persona, like the attitude, everything. Santos he's ready. He's primed and ready to go.
And like Joaquin and
they're good.
And the other guy are good. They're like they're no slouches at all. They're real good.
Good tag team.
Yeah. So, I thought the title match, the women's title match, was okay.
The match itself, short.
Raquel smoked Gigi Dolan with that title. Smoked her. She got staples in her head.
Everyone heard the sound, and like it was more than one of those fake slaps.
It's not like she hit her hand. She cracked her.
Cracked her with that. She was leaking, and then Gigi posted on Instagram today, Wednesday, staples in her head.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
As soon as she hit her, I'm like, she got hit for real. We both looked at each other like, she got hit for real.
Too. She like just fell.
Yeah.
So, Raquel, maybe take it easy.
Maybe take it a little easy. A little too strong.
Yeah, like
maybe do 4 sets instead of 5 next week.
Seriously, just relax, all right? You're not really fighting 3 women.
Yeah, no. I thought the tag title match was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I think Zoe Stark's real good. She's really good.
And I want to be honest, I was pleasantly surprised by that match. We started NXT a little bit late, so we had some DVR space, and I was like, you really want to watch this? You really want to watch? And credit to him, he said, yeah, let's watch it, and they delivered.
Yeah,
the 4 women delivered.
No, it was a really good match.
It was probably the best match on the night.
Yeah.
Probably. It's
no,
really good.
I can't think of anything that was better than it.
Yeah, no, very good.
Yeah. That's really all I had notably from NXT.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it.
We ran through everything pretty quick.
Yeah.
All right.
A little fun activity.
Before the activity, give me your 3 people that are going to be shocking moves in this draft.
Okay. So, number 1, which I don't think would have been shocking, but I think... Or are we doing both? Shocking and needs...
We're going to do both.
Okay, so shocking switches...
it can be. You can have the same people on both lists. That's fine.
No, because I don't.
No, I'm saying if you want to, you don't have to purposely pick 3 different people for each one.
I want to say Drew McIntyre.
Okay.
So Monday night kind of throws a monkey wrench.
Yeah, first of all, I hated that.
Yeah,
could not care less.
So I got 2 things why I don't like that. Let me just address those quickly. You have 2 faces now.
Yeah.
And Drew McIntyre, I said it a ton, and he's a top 2 or 3 talent in the company right now.
Mm-hmm.
But Drew McIntyre cuts the same face promo very often.
Yeah.
So him against Big E is just going to be two guys saying how much they respect each other and like to work and are hard.
I could not be less interested.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. And Drew's losing again.
Yeah, he is.
So to me, I
What's
think
more concerning to me is that he might win.
Nah, he's not going to win.
I don't think so
not
either.
After, no, because then that changes everything. But not important.
Yeah.
So I don't like that. And then 2, Drew McIntyre desperately needed a roster switch. Desperately.
Yeah, he did.
There's nothing left for him on Raw except being the guy on Raw. So, like, you know what I mean?
I think this is a fine feud for him in terms of, like, somebody new, whatever, will have new matches. But after this, there's nothing.
I actually think it's a bad feud for Drew. I think it's a great feud for Big E.
Just,
because Drew is going to take Big E to the next level. Drew is... I'm not even joking. I say this almost every week now. Drew McIntyre is, like, the top in-ring guy. I think he's a phenomenal performer.
No, he definitely is very, very good.
Like, it's Seth, Finn, AJ, Randy, Drew McIntyre for in-ring.
You putting all those guys above Roman?
Well, no, I'm just, like, saying, is that not all Raw?
Oh, you're saying just Raw?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, oh, yeah, Finn's SmackDown.
Seth is also SmackDown.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Seth is my number 2.
Okay.
Seth is going. Seth is out of here.
Okay, Seth is to Raw.
Seth is to Raw.
Wow.
Mr. Monday Night Rollins, back at it.
Okay.
And then I guess my third. Well, so I say Seth because I think you can finish the Edge feud anywhere.
Anywhere.
I don't think that matters necessarily. Mm-hmm. So I think that's fine. And since it's the draft, Edge is coming to this SmackDown. So if he gets drafted to Raw,
it really doesn't end the feud right now.
It doesn't even matter. Yeah. So that's that. And number 3,
it's a tough question. To be honest.
think this really surprised one of the Street Profits.
Okay.
I think they split up the Street Profits.
Which one? Does it matter?
No, I don't think it matters. I'll say Montez.
What's sad is if that happens, I think Dawkins might be done.
Yeah, Dawkins might be off TV.
Yeah.
But I only say that because having him wrestle Roman when Dawkins is on vacation, you see something in Montez that you like.
Yeah.
As an individual performer.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, Montez has it.
Yeah, he's very, very good.
I mean, talk about talent in the ring, on the mic, like that's a fresh young guy you could build around. Mm-hmm. So I think that might be one of the surprise picks.
Okay. I like that. And then do you want to do your needs, or you want me to do my surprises first, and then you'll do your needs?
My need, number 1, is Drew.
Okay.
Drew needs to go.
Okay.
It looks less likely now, but he needed to go. Bobby needs to go. Bobby's done on Raw. Finished.
Okay.
So probably goes into why Drew isn't leaving, because you can't have Drew, Bobby, and Roman on one show.
Yeah, it'd be a hell of a show.
That's one hell of a show. And then number 3,
awkward.
I have two. I have two that kind of fit. One is more of a personal preference. I think Karrion Kross.
Wow, just jump him right off.
Just take him to SmackDown, let him feud with some other guys, maybe even put him in a different light, bring Scarlett back. Mm-hmm. But number 3, after Extreme Rules, Finn. See you later.
Finn,
gotta go.
I would like that.
Get away from Roman.
I'm cool with that. All right, my 3 surprises.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, I think this would really throw a monkey wrench in everything. The Usos.
Wow.
I think the Usos get drafted to Raw.
The bloodline is done.
Yeah.
Now with all that merch.
Yeah, I know. That'd be the issue.
Now with all that merch, brother.
It'd also be a good way to get Roman maybe pulling double duty for a little bit.
Which they probably want. So maybe.
So I think that would really throw a monkey wrench in everything.
Let me just put a pause on this real quick. Just to, not to, interrupt your list or anything. Are we considering Big E full-time Raw now?
Yes, Big E's on Raw.
Okay, gotcha.
He's going to get drafted. He's going to get drafted to Raw.
Okay.
He's going to be on Raw.
Gotcha.
Number 2 surprising ones, I'm going to go with Damien Priest.
So that means?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure if they'll switch those, but I think it'll be interesting story to have both and then see what happens.
I think they even need both. Well, both on one show, so one or the other.
Yeah.
And then I think it would be better on Raw. So forget I said anything.
Okay. I think Damien Priest going to SmackDown, or I'll even throw the vice versa in there as a 2B. Would be Shinsuke going to Raw.
Yeah, I think but this is your list.
I also think it'd be interesting to have Shinsuke go to Raw without Rick Boogs. Or Rick Boogs get moved. But anyway, that's a whole...
Rick Boogs comes out on SmackDown playing the intro without Shinsuke.
That's a whole nother type of conversation. My third one, and it is because I feel like this person is right in the middle of something, being like not in a feud right now, and I think it would throw another massive monkey wrench to keep the theme going of champions. Charlotte Flair.
Wow.
None of those will happen.
I don't even know if USA would keep WWE on television if they did that.
I don't. I think it depends on how it's done.
So,
because here's what I think you could do. I think you could do another open challenge night 2 of the draft. And Charlotte could drop the belt or something like that.
Yeah.
But that'd be quite the curveball.
So, you're absolutely right that if they did that, it would be a huge curveball. And just, as a fan, that would be insane. I would enjoy that a lot, to just mash up the superstars. But when you look at it from
practicality, it's not.
The business part of it, they're 100%. Not going to let that fly.
No. 3 people I feel like need to be moved. Bobby, number 1. Bobby's got to go to SmackDown. It's time. He just needs something else to do over there. Number 2, I'm going to say Ricochet.
Yeah, get Ricochet.
Ricochet would really benefit from maybe being in like the Intercontinental title picture.
Yeah, change
or something along those lines. Let him just mix it up, do a little bit of something different.
I like that.
Number 3, and this is gonna be a SmackDown to Raw one because I feel like they gotta mix things up over there. Kevin Owens.
The KO show.
Yes, I feel like maybe doing something with him and Priest would be fun.
Yeah, and if we're being honest...
Him and maybe Big E would be interesting.
It's a big win for anyone, too. Kevin Owens is still a big win.
Yeah, 100%.
And if we're being honest, nobody needs, Corbin versus Kevin Owens again.
Nah, it's fine, but, let Kevin do something a little bit more important. Maybe move Corbin on to something a little bit more important as well.
Yeah.
Just, fun stuff they could do with those things.
Yeah. I like that. That's not terrible.
So, fun little activity we're going to do. I forgot pens, so it's going to be a little hard. But we're going to do a little bit of a mock draft here.
Use the Notepad app.
I'm going to be representing Friday Night SmackDown, while Zach will be representing Monday
NXT
Night
2.0.
Monday Night Raw.
Yes.
And we're going to do a little draft. We'll do rounds based on how much time we end up taking.
Yeah.
So plan for 10 to 15, but we'll see what happens.
Get ready, guys. It's going to be huge.
Just for our reference here. Printed out the entire roster of WWE.
Oh, this is big. This is the first I'm looking at this. Here we go. Alphabetically.
No, it's not. It's alphabetical by brand. So it's Raw, then SmackDown, then NXT, and then the women by the same thing alphabetically as well.
All right, so we're doing our own draft. Not what we think is going to happen.
This is your draft. This is who you would draft if you were...
Oh, I love this.
Vincent Kennedy McMahon or whoever you want to be.
Okay. I like this. And...
Unfortunately, you have to go first.
Because I'm
Raw
Raw.
gets 3 picks.
Oh, we're doing it just like that, too, where I get 3, you get 2?
You get 3, I get 2.
Ooh.
And we'll do it, by the way, WWE does it, so there's not a snake.
Yeah, so it's just Raw, SmackDown, Raw, Smack. Wow.
Also, you can draft factions, but you do not have to.
I like that.
So, but if you take a faction, I also get to take a faction. Maybe not the next pick, but yeah. I mean, this is probably an easy one. 1-1. Roman Reigns.
Your tribal chief.
I really wish we had pens.
Your tribal chief,
this
Roman
would make
Reigns.
This a lot easier.
It's all right. We got this. The big dog, Roman Reigns.
Interesting.
So the thing is, Roman Reigns is the obvious 1-1 pick. And now that we're looking at Friday just in general, if Raw drafts first, how do you not take Roman 1-1?
I think that's a phenomenal story, though.
To have them draft Big E
have
first?
Have them take Big E first.
Ugh.
And I just want to see, just have Roman, and then cut right to Roman backstage.
Roman's disrespect on his show to not be the one.
And have Roman backstage and have Paul look at him in just horror. And then have him just be like, go get Adam Pearce.
Yeah, now.
Right now.
Pearce, now.
So I think that'd be fun.
All I'm interested to see how that plays out.
I'm not going to take who you think I'm going to take.
Okay.
I'm actually going to take Seth.
Seth freaking Rollins.
Yes. Also, just so you know, just a little asterisk.
Yeah.
Edge is not on this list because they have been listed as a free agent on the list I found. So feel free to use him as well.
Well,
just know he's not on this list.
I was gonna say it's pretty bold of you to think I'm drafting Edge.
I'm just saying.
At 2.
No, just in general, just in case you were looking for him and I don't, steal him.
Number 2. So I already have the Tribal Chief.
Yeah, Tribal Chief.
Give me the Scottish Psychopath.
Wow.
Drew
Drew
McIntyre.
Wow, that's a good one.
Drew.
I'm gonna have to go Big E just because I need a title on my show.
I can't believe you're gonna let me get all 3 of these guys.
Yeah, I have to. I have no choice.
Psych.
No.
Give me Charlotte Flair.
Wow.
Charlotte Flair is
That's
the
a good
first
one.
woman off the
That's
board.
a good one.
Boom.
Wow, that's really good. And then it's your pick again.
Oh, because I get 3.
Because you get 3.
Man, you know I'm gonna have to do you like this.
Yeah, I know.
Let me get Bobby Lashley.
That's the problem with this draft.
Let me get Rob Lash.
That's the issue. Is it kind of stinks.
Oh no. Oh yeah, because I
you
go
start
again.
round
I
2.
go again.
Yeah,
yes.
you double up every round.
Rob Lash.
All right.
No, it's.
God, man.
I just dominated the draft. This draft is
tough
over.
now. I'm gonna go with Becky. Big match Bex.
Big match Bex.
Yeah, have to.
Ah, boy. You know what?
Yeah.
I get factions. Does
You can take a faction.
take tag teams, full tag teams, or
You can, or you can just take one if you want.
Let me get RK Bro.
Wow, that's a good one, and one that I was looking at.
RK Bro. Lock it in.
I'm gonna take my first tag, my first faction,
Uh-huh.
and load my roster in one big chunk, and also do the first call up. I'm gonna take all of Legato.
Wow.
I'm gonna take all of 4.
After
of them.
I'm singing high
I'm gonna
praise
take
for
all
them
4
here.
of Legato.
That's
No
big.
Phantasma.
That's a big one.
See, that's the. I gotta do that now.
You gotta fill the
'cause
roster.
I gotta fill the roster because I
Yeah.
got so many more
You
picks than me. So yeah, just stack out my division a little bit.
I want to start adding in some.
You have 2 in a row.
Yeah,
right
I know
now,
some, maybe less obvious picks.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we have to get the obvious ones out of the way,
Yeah.
and then we'll move into the more interesting kind of how we
Let
think
me
type
get-
of territory.
Let me get my first NXT call up.
Wow.
Let me get LA Knight.
Wow, that's a good one.
Let me talk to you.
That's a good one.
Love that.
Wow. Okay.
And I go back to back.
You do.
Wow. Oh man, I mean this could really screw your chances of even having a competitive roster, but
That's why I have factions.
I think I'm gonna have to take. Let me get the Street Profits.
Nice.
Let me get them.
Okay. I'm gonna ruin your entire storyline and take the Usos.
It's a big pick. I like that. I was really on the fence about taking the Usos, but I think my Tribal Chief can
Could have
stand
taken
tall
the
alone.
Bloodline one, but
Yeah, I didn't want to do that.
nah, because
That's
that was the
wrong.
one faction that I was
Yeah.
like, this should probably be separate
Yeah.
picks.
I agree.
Yeah, you're up. So
let me
I
get-
got a little bit of tag team.
Let me get Karrion Cross.
Fudge. I was thinking about that soon.
Yeah, that's.
You took RK Bro.
I have RK Bro.
I'm gonna take AJ and Omos.
That's why I was looking at them or Street Profits.
I'm gonna take AJ and Omos.
It's good. That's real good.
A lot of people I could split up here too.
Mm-hmm.
Do a lot of fun things with. It's you back to back.
Yep. I'm thinking.
Unfortunately.
I want to get some good picks here. What round is this?
4.
Yeah, this is the 4th.
Yeah, this is 4. Oh, this is the end of 3 and beginning of 4.
Yes. End of round 3.
Beginning of round 4.
Let me get the boss, the blueprint.
Brooklyn Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks.
Good one. Good pick.
And then, in order to, fill out that roster even maybe a little further, let me get Asuka.
Wow.
Asuka with
Nice
the
pick.
comeback.
I'm going to take a pick that I feel like you overlooked.
Oh, no.
I'm going to take Finn Balor.
The Demon.
The Demon.
The Demon Finn.
I feel like you overlooked that a little bit.
I may
Maybe
have.
jumped the gun on some other people.
I don't know. I think my roster's looking pretty strong.
No, it definitely is strong. I just feel like, maybe some decisions left to be made.
This might be a little bit of just my fandom speaking here.
Sure.
But let me get our guy Happy Corbin.
I like that one. I do like that one. I'm going to use the second woman on my roster. I forgot who it was. No, it wasn't who you think it's going to be, actually. Surprisingly. I'm going to take Bayley.
Bayley. Oh, out of sight, out of mind.
Yep.
What a miss for me.
Yep. I saw it and I was like, I need that on my roster.
That's a botch.
That's a good feud.
That's a big drop.
That's a good feud I got going on right now.
Roman, Drew, Charlotte, Bobby, RK Bro, LA Knight, Street Profits, Cross, Banks, Asuka, Corbin.
I was going to start counter-picking you with some things, but I'm not going to do that. It'd be fun, but I'm not going to do that.
Let me see. What do I like here? Wow. What do I do? What do I do? I'm really high on a lot of people that are...
Yeah. You got two back-to-back.
That are maybe going to be around still in a later round.
It's like a mock draft.
Yeah,
that's
what I'm thinking.
Except for the stakes have never been higher.
Let me get the Miz.
That's a good one.
Let me get
That's
the
a really
Miz.
good pick. That is a very, very good pick. I like that a lot.
He might not be back for a little bit with his
no, but I still like that a lot.
Dancing with the Stars, but the Miz is a steal.
Yep.
And then I'm going to go with another NXT call-up.
Wow. Okay.
Let me get Austin Theory.
That's a really good pick. I was looking at him for a while. Just didn't pull the trigger. My next pick is going to be Cesaro.
I like that. I looked at Cesaro. I had Cesaro on my radar.
I have a lot of people on here that I feel like I could move around to different areas, do a lot of cool things with.
You know how high I am on this particular guy. So, we get Odyssey Jones.
Nice. Good call.
Odyssey Jones has made the draft.
Good call. I'm going to use my next pick in an interesting one. Not that interesting. I'm going to take Bianca. Just round out my women's division. You got two now.
Give me the Viking Raiders.
Wow, I like that pick a
Viking
lot.
Raiders.
I like that pick a lot, actually. Wow, that's really good.
I'm going to be honest. If my draft was a real draft, this is a stacked roster.
My roster's honestly real good, too.
You know what this shows me? Just as we're doing this little...
How much talent they really have.
We're doing this exercise just as like a little fun gesture going into the draft, and WWE is stacked with talent.
There's, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 selections, probably 17, 16 people, and I'm looking at this list, and I'm like, all right, I need to take this guy, I need to take this girl, I need to take this guy. There's so much talent in this roster.
Yeah.
You have no selection.
Before I go?
Sure.
They really have no excuse to not be better.
No, they really don't.
And
I think that's why it's fair that we're so hard on them. Because they have so much legitimate talent.
Yeah. As we're doing this, as I'm looking at this list, as I'm having a hard time drafting because I'm afraid someone more talented is going to go, I'm like, there's really no reason that Raw is bad or SmackDown is bad.
There's really not. It's creative, and by creative, that might mean the writers, that might mean whoever makes the final call, Vincent. But,
I'm gonna go with the Dirty Dogs.
I like that pick a lot too. Really rounding out the tag.
Yeah, my tag division is stacked.
I'm gonna continue to actually stack my women's division.
Let's hear it.
And I'm gonna take Toni Storm.
Toni Storm is a good one. I like Toni Storm a lot. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3. I'm up. This is just one pick, and then you go again.
Yep. You get one, I get one, then you go back to 2.
All right. So, in that case, let me go with yet another call-up.
Wow.
Let me get Raquel.
That's a really good pick, and it's unfortunate I didn't take her.
Yeah.
It really is. That's a really good pick.
The NXT Women's Champion.
The next selection that I have, great competitor, and soon to be members of the SmackDown roster.
Oh,
The grizzled young veterans.
GYV. Right from under me. I mean, this is going to be just a an extremely unfair pick.
Oh, no.
And this is dreaming. This is dreaming. Big time. Because it's not going to happen. But let me get Imperium.
Wow.
Let me get
Are you
Imperium.
taking all of them?
All 3 of them.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I love that pick, actually. I apologize for the headphone users on that last one.
Yeah.
Sorry. That little red bar on our audio thing went through the roof. You have one more. You have another pick.
Yeah, I'm just looking at how stacked my roster is. It's crazy.
We'll post the full rosters on Instagram and probably Twitter, just so you guys can see what you think.
Yeah, for our mock drafts. Yeah.
When was Commander Aziz called Babatunde?
I literally cannot believe. It's so funny you said that because I was like, how have none of us taken him? Let me get Apollo Crews.
Wow, nice. You want Aziz with him or no?
No, keep Aziz. I want Aziz fired.
My next selection. I'm going to take Shinsuke with Rick Boogs.
With Boogs.
With Boogs.
Good.
Need some belts.
And I'm Raw, right?
And what? You are Raw.
Yeah, I'm drafting Pat McAfee.
No. It's a good selection.
Yeah. All right, let's do...
Can announcers get drafted in real life?
I don't know.
I feel like they can.
I wish.
I hope they don't, but I feel like they can.
You know, let me get the current women's tag team champions,
Wow.
Rhea and Nikki Ash.
Wow.
How do we let them fall?
Team Almost Brutality.
Yeah, Almost Brutality.
That's a really good one. I had a selection. What was it? I'm going to leave this up to you to decide who is included in this pick. But I'm going to take The Way. Do I get Loomis?
I took Theory.
I know. He's not really in it, though, anymore. Do I get Loomis or not? Up to you.
He's married into the family.
He is married
so I don't see why not.
All right, I'll take The Way.
That's a great pick. Especially because you get Loomis.
Yeah.
So what, this is my last pick of this round?
Yeah.
So why don't we do this and then one more final round?
Sure, and then we'll go over it and top it up. Yeah, cool. Like that.
All right.
Also, real quick, there's going to be a ton of talent that we have not drafted. Let's go 2 more.
2 more full rounds?
2 more. This and then 2 more rounds. And we'll be done right at about an hour.
Okay, well, I took the Hurt Business as my last pick.
The rest of them?
In this draft.
Okay.
So now I have
All right,
Bobby
so 2 more rounds starting now.
Okay.
There's a couple of people I want.
There's a lot of talent left.
There's a lot of people I still want.
This is not like we're running out of people. There's so much talent
I think that's why we have to cut it off. Who did we miss?
Let me get Liv Morgan.
That's one of the people I wanted.
Liv
What a
Morgan.
shame.
That extra pick in Raw makes your roster stacked.
That's why Raw should be so good.
Like, yeah, I'm looking at this. I have like 30 people.
And the thing is, like, we haven't called up that many people.
No, not that many.
No. I'm gonna take Shotzi and Tegan.
I like that. It's good.
I've got a pretty good women's roster over here.
We both do, which is crazy.
And like, we haven't even touched on like, I'll say 'cause I'm not gonna take her, like Naomi, Carmella, like people like that we haven't even touched on until maybe right now.
No, I was gonna take Carmella, but let me get Kushida.
That's a really good pick.
Kushida is definitely coming up.
That's a great pick.
Yeah. And
you're going to be really mad that you said that pick. That reminded me of who I want next.
Roderick.
I'm going to take the entire Diamond Mine.
Oh, what?
I'm going to take all of them.
The Creed brothers?
I'm going to take all of them.
Oh, my goodness.
Bivens, Roddy, the brothers.
The best manager going right now.
Dude, good. Good stuff.
Oh.
You have 2 in back-to-back.
Let me get Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe's an excellent selection.
The
injured Samoa Joe.
The injured Samoa Joe.
Right, this is the final round of the draft.
Okay.
You have 3 selections, sir.
3 selections. With my first pick of the final round of the draft. I'm going to take Bearcat Keith Lee.
Love that pick.
Bearcat.
I love that this person wasn't on the list.
Uh-oh.
And we both forgot about this.
Uh-oh.
And it really just slipped through our fingers. But no longer. The Beast. Brock Lesnar.
I didn't forget.
You didn't want Brock?
I just don't think he's tied to any roster ever.
Nah, but all right. Do you want me to not take him?
No, you could take him. That's fine.
There's so many people on here, man.
There's so many people left.
So
many
good
people left. Do we know, just as a aside of the woman I'm looking for right now, is she due back anytime soon?
I don't know who it is.
Lacey Evans?
I could not tell you.
Because I don't want to burn one of my last picks on her.
Oh, because it matters.
Because she's pregnant.
Yeah, right.
You know?
She's not going to put up enough points?
Yeah, she's not going to get me enough fantasy points this week.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Lacey Evans would obviously be one of my picks.
She went out.
The
thing is, she went a few months out after Becky. So
we are in the last round of the draft.
Uh-huh.
You took Big E.
I know. I thought about that 2 seconds ago.
I'm taking the New Day.
Yeah, I thought about that 2 seconds ago.
This is just a testament
it's the same thing
to how much talent
that I just did to you with the Usos. As soon as I was looking at it, and I'm like, oh, I have Big E. And then I saw Kofi, and I'm like, oh, I didn't take the New Day.
Yeah.
That's a shame, huh?
Here you go. Your last pick.
Oh, man. There's a lot of people on here I want.
Mm-hmm.
And I've taken a lot of factions, so I'm not going to take that one I want.
Which is?
I'm not going to tell you, because I'll assign them as free agents.
Yeah,
obviously.
My first undrafted signing.
There's 2 actually groups from NXT that I want.
Oh, of course you wanted Hit Row.
Yes. But instead, I'm going to build towards my future. And I'm going to take Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker. What a huge pick. Braun Breaker. Boy.
Final pick of the draft. 2021 Wrestling Podcast Draft.
Look, guys, there's an obvious one that I want, but because it's the final pick in the draft, I'm going to try and make some waves.
Really? First of all, who'd you want?
Sheamus.
Wow.
We overlooked Sheamus.
You know what's really crazy? Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead, and then we'll talk about it.
Go ahead, say, because I don't know yet. I don't know who I'm going
That's
with.
why I'm not going to say it. Actually, I will say it just to maybe throw a curveball. The United States champion is unrostered.
You didn't take Damien Priest?
I did not take Damien Priest. The United States champion is unrostered at this current moment.
Oh, boy.
The NXT champion is unrostered. The NXT tag team champions are unrostered.
Yeah, I didn't take... Well, that's funny you say that, is I was looking at MSK
the
as
NXT
my
women's tag team champions are unrostered. The NXT North American champ is unrostered. I'm doing this to mentally mess with him, but also keep highlighting how much talent is on these rosters.
I will take MSK.
Yeah?
I will take them. That is my last pick. So, just so you guys can hear how stacked our theoretical roster is.
And just listen to who we just talked about not being rostered.
Yes. So here, I'll run through my list, just so you know how stacked an episode of Raw could be. Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, Charlotte Flair, Bobby Lashley, RK Bro, LA Knight, The Street Profits, Karrion Kross, Sasha Banks, Asuka, Happy Corbin, The Miz, Austin Theory, Odyssey Jones, The Viking Raiders, The Dirty Dogs, Raquel Gonzalez, Imperium, Apollo Crews, Rhea and Nikki Ash, The Hurt Business, Liv Morgan, Kushida, Samoa Joe, Bearcat Keith Lee, The New Day, and MSK. That is not a single skippable match.
Maybe I counted wrong, but okay.
Well, you have to count for all the
I'm
extra.
saying you should have been divisible by 3, but you weren't.
I wasn't.
Unless I counted wrong. I had you at 37. How many do you have?
I would count 27.
27. That works.
That's divisible by 3.
That is divisible by 3. Yeah. I
Yeah.
see where the issue has fallen.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Cut that.
That'll be
Math is hard.
That'll be handled in post. And the SmackDown roster would be Seth Rollins, Big E, Becky Lynch, Legado del Fantasma, The Usos, AJ and Omos, Finn Balor, Bayley, Cesaro, Bianca Belair, Toni Storm, the Grizzled Young Veterans, Shinsuke and Rick Boogs, The Way, Shotzi and Tegan, Diamond Mine, Brock Lesnar, and Braun Breaker. We left off Priest, Ciampa,
Edge,
Pete Dunne, Ridge Holland,
Kyle O'Reilly,
for
what he's worth.
all of Hit Row,
we
Io Shirai.
We left off a lot of talent.
Then,
like I said,
talent.
people coming back like Lacey Evans that we, out of sight, out of mind, you almost don't even think about. It's an insane roster. And, like, just as a fun thought experiment to do this draft, to see how talented WWE is, come on.
Yeah, they have so much to work with.
There's just no excuse to be bad.
And we didn't mention Gable and Omos. Not Omos,
yeah,
Jesus.
And Otis, yeah. I mean...
Just going through the list.
It's insane. We didn't... Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch.
Yep, Sami Zayn got left off. Kevin Owens got left off.
Cameron Grimes got left off.
Grimes.
I mean, it's an insane...
Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah.
There's a ton of people on this list that could benefit any brand.
The remnants of, T-Bar and Mace.
Yeah. Mansoor and Ali. Thatcher.
Nia Jax.
Tony
Shayna
D'Angelo.
Baszler. Look, even
Alexa Bliss.
Even Alexa Bliss.
Forgot about Alexa
Zelina
Bliss.
Vega.
I'm shocked I didn't take Alexa Bliss. Yeah.
Even the people that are a little bit lower
Naomi.
on the talent scale are still so good.
Really good.
Like, they're so talented. There's just no reason that
Dakota,
the show should ever
Ember
be bad.
Moon.
We're talking about former champions, former people on the main roster didn't even get drafted.
Really good. Kaylee Ray.
The longest reigning women's champion. Like
Mandy.
Yeah, Jinder Mahal. You like him or you don't like, it doesn't matter.
Gia Lee's another really good one.
Former world champion.
A lot of good people we left off that, not because they're bad, just because there's so much talent.
Did we draft Ricochet?
No, we didn't. Yeah, no.
Sheamus.
Yeah.
Like
tons of people.
There is no reason for WWE to ever have a bad show.
Yep.
That's our final thoughts.
That's it.
WWE better deliver.
Check out the socials, guys. YouTube. Subscribe down below. Comment. Let us know what you think. We saw some people commenting a couple weeks ago. We appreciate that. We will be doing better to get back to you guys.
Yes.
I didn't have notifications turned on. Didn't figure out how to do it. Got it working. So anything you guys want to talk about, let me know. I'll try to reply in the comments. Twitter, Instagram, at resthold_pod. We are on Apple Podcasts. We are on Spotify. Basically anywhere media is moved. We're there. Other than TikTok, which is we're working on.
Yeah, we're
working on TikTok.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, let us know what you guys think. We'll post our, hypothetical drafts here. It was a little bit of fun. A little fun thought experiment. Let us know who you guys would take 1-1. Yeah. If it's not the Tribal Chief, you're wrong.
You're being blocked.
Yeah, but let us know. And thanks again for tuning in. Tell a friend.
Tell a friend. Appreciate it, guys.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Peace.
Peace.